Hi, BrenTech here, where tech is made simple. So, at the beginning of October, I let you know that Microsoft had begun testing a feature called Copilot Vision because a new experimental flag had become available to activate the feature in Edge Canary 131, which back then was the latest preview version. And basically what the feature does is it gives you advice on web pages you're viewing and suggestions while you browse. Now, I'll leave that video link down below because we had a first look at the new Copilot Vision. But I have noticed in Microsoft Edge that although the flag is still available in the Canary version and also the stable version, that it doesn't work anymore in my region. And there's a reason for this, because Microsoft has announced that Copilot Vision is now available to try out in preview if you want to pay for it. It's going to cost you $20 a month and is one of the features that requires an active subscription to Copilot Pro. And that's the reason why this has all disappeared, because obviously I'm not a Copilot Pro user. And another thing is that it's only rolling out in preview for Copilot Pro subscribers who live in the United States at this stage. And hard to say if other regions will get it at a later stage. Now, I have posted quite a lot of content on this, and I'm just going to use a couple of screen grabs because it's been removed in my region, and Microsoft has yesterday on the 5th of December officially announced this feature. So just a quick recap, but if you want more info, go check that other video out or just do a search on the channel. So basically, as mentioned, it's going to cost you $20 a month, and Microsoft explains the feature as such. Copilot can now understand the full context of what you're doing online. When you choose to enable Copilot Vision, it sees the page you're on, it reads along with you, and you can talk through the problem you're facing together. Browsing no longer needs to be a lonely experience with just you and all your tabs. So that's Microsoft's take on it. Now, here in the screenshot, if we head back to the first one, you can see what it did was it kind of stripped Edge of a lot of its features. You don't get the sidebar. You don't get Copilot up here in the top right. You get this little tab here at the bottom, and if you clicked on that, it would then open up this floating chat box, and you can talk about your page. And then if you clicked on that, you're about to browse the Copilot Vision. Copilot will see what you see and respond to anything you ask aloud. Your conversations are kept private. That's according to Microsoft. To stop sharing your screen, exit Copilot, and you could continue. But this feature is not available anymore in my region. So basically, this is now rolling out officially if you are prepared to pay for it, if you are a Copilot Pro subscriber who is in the United States. Now, Microsoft also says that it's taken steps to ensure that Vision respects your privacy. This is sounding a lot like Windows Recall. And they also say that no data from your browsing session will be saved. And the feature is off by default and is only activated if you actually go and turn the feature on. Now, something else Microsoft says is it's also limiting the Vision's access to third-party sites. And at launch, Copilot Vision will only work with a select set of websites, although Microsoft says it'll cautiously expand, quote unquote, the actual list of sites in the future. So this is still in its early days, but if you are a Microsoft Copilot Pro subscriber and live in the United States, you can enable Copilot Vision in the Copilot settings window in Microsoft Edge. And as mentioned, hard to say if other countries will get access later, but sounding very similar to Recall. And as I mentioned in that previous video, which will be linked as mentioned, Microsoft Edge is truly becoming an AI browser. So it seems that a very similar so-called Windows Recall feature is making its way and will make its way into Microsoft Edge if you are willing to pay for it. And I think that $20 a month for this feature is a little bit extreme, but nonetheless, that's the latest. And I wondered why it actually disappeared, and that's the reason why it's now in preview if you have a subscription and only in the United States. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.